Hello there, and welcome to this week's media news with me, Gareth O'Connor. To kick things off this week, this is a very interesting approach from JWT India for the Ford Figo, if you will. They've done some print work. I'll let you be the judge. It's been banned. You may wonder why. This is mad. How this got through a creative agency and through a client, I will never know. But there's Silvio Berlusconi. And what, he's got some women tied up in the back of his car. If you actually look closely, the girl on the right hand side is actually crying. It's amazing. Here's another one, Paris Hilton. Clearly jealous of the Kardashian success. She's got the Kardashians tied up in the back. Leave your worries behind with the Figo's extra large boot. My good God. NZ radio surveys are in. On the whole, a fairly good picture for radio. Most people saw a slight increase. Most demographics, should I say, saw a slight increase. On the whole, a good picture. It does make me wonder, though. For me, the question does still persist. Are these folks actually listening and hearing your ad throughout all of these minutes? Or is it just background noise and occasionally they hear a song and go, oh, I like that song? Who knows? Who knows? You can be the judge of that too. I would say that more often than not people don't, particularly as most ads sound the same. Do something different, mind you, and people will listen. Just a thought. Top stations, The Edge won it out in total. When you look at 10 plus cum audience. Of course, you know that the rock news talks there be a number one in certain demographics. But no, good news for radio. Facebook want to own your phone. They do indeed, not literally, of course. They just want to own your home screen. Facebook is eyeing new mobile ad real estate on the smartphone home screens, and this month they will launch its first major marketing campaign for this. The Zuck said the launch it's a whole lot deeper than any other app. And yes, there will be ads on your phone's home screen. If we don't have enough ads already. I was very sarcastically say, sweet fella, I love a good ad. Here is their first ad, and I must say it's a little bit weird. But again, I'll let you judge for yourself.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey!
Listen to me, something's wrong with you, I feel. Uncle Josh! I ate all the chocolate cake. Sir, I need you to put that away now.
Okay.
Welcome to Facebook Home. A whole new experience for your phone.
Yeah, so the home of your telephone is just pretty much Facebook. Is that the only thing people want to see, though? That's another question. I would go with no. Granted, when you think of most things people do on a telephone, gaming is certainly the biggest thing. Social networking does account for 26% of time spent. So yes, it is a very big part of people's mobile experience. So you never know. For a lot of their 600 million Facebook mobile users, it will be a big thing. But folks really do bloody love Facebook mobile. I mean, the question is, you know, we know that roughly 618 million mobile users. But really, how are they interacting with their social network from the smartphone is kind of the question. And there's been a comprehensive study done by Facebook and IDC that shows that most users on mobile check their news feeds frequently. When I mean frequently, I mean multiple times each day. When you look at most popular activities on a smartphone, email is still leading the charge, particularly for those, you know, who've got a work smartphone or you're using email for their work purposes. But web browsing and Facebook, again, this is activities that people are doing consistently on a daily basis. But people are consistently checking their Facebook newsfeed, and it's more than once a day. And let me say, people are not bored with Facebook yet. When you look, this is US research, and you get similar research here, that when you look at Facebook and other services online, when it comes to internet, minutes spent, and this is excluding tablets, this is just mobile telephones, Facebook has seen significant rise over the last 12 months compared to everything else, which has seen, granted, a rise, but it's been very flat for the last year, whereas Facebook has still continued to grow. When you look closer, 18% of all time now is spent on Facebook. So that's a large chunk, nearly 1/5. Granted, the majority of that is all on the Facebook app. But 1/5 of all mobile time is spent on Facebook. It's quite a lot. Still sticking with mobile, rich mobile ads. It's just showing you that they are working. We've done some mobile campaigns and they are performing better than traditional desktop advertising. But expandable units are working well. Smartphones are certainly providing better results than tablets. And Apple's operating system is still leading the charge. But things that are working well, and of course this is split across category. When you look at auto, direct response mechanisms work best. But video is working very well in the auto sector, which does make sense. But a lot of people now are employing a lot of different tactics to drive engagement. Location-based features are on the rise, particularly for entertainment. But really, direct response video are the two main drivers really for engagement in the mobile space. When we look at click-through rates, it definitely is at the moment video engagement rates and direct response engagement rates. Like an auto video is definitely the biggest driver. And even when you get through to finance, video is performing very well. I mean, some of the results are staggering compared to traditional advertising. So it's worth thinking about. If you're doing digital advertising, you're really going to be doing mobile also. Clicking through to social, I mean, engagement rates. Social media can obviously make your ads seem more effective. It can make them even more effective, should I say, because of course once people have engaged with them, they can then share that with their social circle on social platforms. And it's very easy, of course, to do it. Just click of a button and you've shared it. So again, that's something else that people should be looking into. Instagram is actually the biggest or the most successful platform for people to engage content with. So again, it goes to show the power of visual content when talking about consumers in the way they like to share things that interest them. A lot of things that are working. When you think overall, I mean, engagement rates of 1.4%, you certainly do not get that at expanded rates of 1.4%. And then when you look at engagement rates, 12.8%, you just do not get that on desktop advertising. I mean, really, you've got to be starting to dip your toe in mobile if you're not already. Google have just launched a tool. Adidas are currently testing said tool, not here in New Zealand, but internationally. The tool is called the Full Value of Mobile Calculator, a cool name, I must be said. A lot of thoughts going into that one. But basically, the tool aims to measure various mobile ad campaigns to meet and what effects they have on a marketer's bottom line. So great news, right? Being able to put some real rigor, calculations and method behind the mobile madness. So again, good for us to get more people doing mobile. And best of luck to them, I say. Have you got a mobile optimized site yet? It's a very good question. If you do not, you are losing out. I guarantee you this. If you do not have a mobile site right now, you are losing out. International research has said that 48% of users feel frustrated and annoyed when they visit a non-mobile friendly site. That's half. 52% of users who have had a bad experience are less likely to engage with the company in the future. That's over half. 48% said that when sites don't work well on their smartphones, it makes them feel like the companies don't care about their business. If I owned a business and I was reading this right now, I would do something very quickly about getting a mobile site. The stats goes on. This is a really good piece of research. 50% of people admit they will use websites less if they aren't mobile friendly. 61% of users are less likely to leave quickly if the site is not optimized for mobile. 67% of users are more likely to buy from mobile-friendly sites. Huge, huge gains to be had if you just optimize your mobile site. You don't have to build a whole new site, just make sure it's mobile optimized would do. But things you should think about. Contact info is a must. Location, operating hours, click-to-call functionality, email address, social networking sites. These are all a must. User interface, bigger buttons. You've got to make the thing easy. Make it user-friendly, make it nice, make it look good, make it simple, make it clean, make it efficient. All pretty straightforward. This is what your actual website should look like too, by the way, but for your mobile, this is what you need to be doing. There's huge opportunities. 90% of websites are not ready to be optimized. 90%, so that probably means in any category, most of your competitors aren't ready. If you do get ready, you're probably going to leapfrog them and find some actual monetary gain. In the United States alone, this last year, there was $11.6 billion was done through mobile devices. That is going to triple by 2015. Do you want to triple your business by 2015? Yes. Well, mobile site would be helpful. The bottom line is, if you're selling something, you need to be ready for mobile. We can help with that. Speaking of mobile stat for you, Verizon, the US telco, have said that 50% of its mobile traffic is now video. I find that quite amazing, but not surprising. Are you a digital omnivore? You may wonder, what the hell am I talking about? A whopping 26% of consumers are. What do I mean? Well, they have a laptop, they have a smartphone, and they have an iPad. That's me there. Well, that's the phone's there, obviously. He's happy. But worth thinking about. People want to have conversations across all of these screens. You have to do different things across all of these screens. Publishers overseas are loving a new social site called ThingLink. Yes, indeed. It's a new photo platform, and the internet loves images. The internet does love images. Just look at Facebook. Look at the fact Twitter, you now post images, post videos. But the company is looking to exploit this love of pictures with a product that both editors and advertisers can use to make digital images more interactive. You should go check it out. Engaging and perhaps more, and most importantly, super shareable. It's worth looking into. Twitter is making money, and lots of it, finally. And they're only going to make more as the user base grows. But they are really going gangbusters now. This year they expect to make well over 500 million, which is pretty good. 2015 they'll be in the billion club. 20% of Kiwis are now using Twitter, and you can see most of them, a large chunk of them, might be the influential ones. Man, it is so big. YouTube, I'm talking about. YouTube is big. It's just joined the million users club, along with Facebook. It can now claim to have an audience size or equal to 10 Super Bowls, which is pretty darn big. That is big, baby. Speaking of YouTube, they've just teamed up with Nissan. Yes, indeed, our client Nissan have just teamed up with Nissan. It's a branded content partnership. A motor-themed YouTube channel called Nismo TV, if you will. So that will be on YouTube. This is Nissan America who have done this. A lot of that will be around their GT racer program that they have over there. New global research from Global Web Index says many consumers around the world spend more time with digital than traditional media. Overall, consumers now spend 10.7 hours a day with all forms of media. 5.6 hours, or 57%, is dedicated to digital, including social and mobile internet. Worth thinking about. Need to be doing more of this stuff if you're not already. The research is based on more than 32 internet users, granted internet users, so they're going to use internet more, in 31 countries. More media time is spent online and offline in 23 of these markets. Again, worth thinking about. Bad news for PCs, I'm afraid. It does make me wonder, who's planning on buying a PC? Goes to show, a lot of people, in their shipments for this year, this is the top 5 PC manufacturers in the world. Yeah, sorry picture for most of them. Makes you wonder what's next, I say. What comes after mobile? People are already talking about it. But, interestingly, if you think of the stars of this year's computer electronics show in Vegas, new products need to have the following. They need to be portable. Portability, connectivity to the internet, localization, social features, and cloud adaptability, and their own ecosystem. If you want to make a successful product for the future, these are the sort of things your product has to have. Just a thought. A while ago I spoke about Samsung and how they're going great guns when it comes to content, but they're also spending a shed load of money. A shed load of money. They're probably one of the biggest advertisers in the world now. Far surpassing Apple. Apple 4-1, HP 4-1, Dell over 4-1, Microsoft 3-1. Even Coke, they're spending more than Coke. Spending over $4,000 million. $4 billion, sorry. It's early. If a client says to you, I want to go viral, you do have to say to them, show me the budget to create it and support it. Just a thought. Here's the latest ad for a smart TV, actually, and it's big. Samsung's, that is. It's a cool ad. There used to be another one that's got Mario Tribe in it. If that ad is not in cinema, in every country where Samsung sells TVs, the media planner deserves to be shot. What a great ad. Man, that would look good. Wheat thins, good people. Apparently, folks just have to have them.
It's called cognitive release, John. The memory overrides the other senses and, in effect, starts calling the shots.
Dr. Bellows is saying is, if you want to get better, you've got to let it go. You can't eat wheat thins, John. You're a puppet. And nothing's going to change that. John? John? John?
Yeah, I like that. Here's another one.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey, using night vision goggles to keep an eye on my spicy buffalo wheat thins. Make sure nobody touches them.
Who's gonna take your wheat thins?
I don't know. An intruder, the dog, Bigfoot, Ted from next door. Hey, can you get the light? I love you. What's going on? It's a Yeti! Ted! Check it out! A Yeti! Must have wheat thins.
Yeah, I like them. They're kind of cheeky.
Oh, Diego. Oi.
Você fez alguma coisa no cabelo? Não. É que ele tá com um efeito de comercial de shampoo de mulher. Você...
Sério?
Deve ser o shampoo que você tá usando.
Sexy and free.
Shampoo feminino não foi feito para você. Dove Men Care foi.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Those cheeky baggers, you may see a while ago, I showed some pretty nice Newcastle Brown Ale ads. Well, they're at it again, those cheeky beggars.
In 1927, Colonel James Porter handcrafted Newcastle Brown Ale. But handcrafting was a nightmare. So now we handcraft the same delicious beer with huge, giant machines.
Yes, yes indeed.
Since 1988, Newcastle Brown Ale has travelled thousands of miles across the ocean to America, where you drink it and send it back to that same ocean.
Yes indeed. Here's another.
There are people watching this ad right wondering what the hell is going on.
And last thing from me.
Refreshing, smooth, delicious. Newcastle Brown Ale. Great times guaranteed. Unless you're having a crap time, then we can't guarantee much at all.
Good work. See ya.